not trying to bash him, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? From what you've seen in the paper, do you think he got a fighting chance, or you think that's a closed door?
Generally, with the feds, they usually let you out, or you only beat them when they have technicalities.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing that makes me think that they rushed because they started hearing people on the internet talking about that the DNA and the murder case stuff, and they got scared was because
It
they
wasn't
didn't
people.
go to the grand jury. If you notice, everything was done by a complaint.
So when you say
Usually,
complaint, that means
usually, usually when the feds get you, you've been indicted for like a month prior to they come kicking in your doors or whatever. They are like Diddy, when he got indicted, they did it the day before the grand jury was over. Then they gave him like 2 or 3 days to surrender, or and then they wouldn't pick him up.
right.
My whole point that they usually take it to a grand jury before they indict or pick you up. They went by way of a complaint. Now, it could have been because they didn't want him scaring off the witnesses and stuff or get information to him. But that is very normally most people that was indicted by a grand jury when they got picked up by the feds. You
So
very
in your
rarely hear of a complaint.
so in your expert opinion, what would you say would be a reason that they went in on him off of a complaint?
Oh, because people on the internet start talking about that DNA and stuff.
But what you think about 600 and them putting that out there like that?
They just trolling. Or well, they were looking out for the victims in their mind. When you got an
Man,
enemy, you got to accept stuff like that, though. I mean, this is a guy that's talking about he want to go to the police academy and all of that, and he wired around with his badge and stuff. So you can't call him a gangster or a gang member. You
you
just
think
can't
he
do
a,
it, huh?
you think he a snitch?
What I want to tell you about snitches can't troll. What I mean by that, because if they know you're doing stuff or you're being a snitch or an informant, and then your handler find out that you're doing something like that, they're gonna come down on you. So no, I don't think so. That's what people always say. Oh, they knew they were about to get arrested and all that. There isn't any cops that are going to tell anybody when they're about to make an arrest.